Hi, it's Big V, and today we're talking teams, another one of our videos based on the 10 scrolls in Og Mandino's The Greatest Salesman in the World. Now, what's interesting about this book is it is one of the smallest books, yet one of the greatest books written of all time to help someone to become a better salesperson. What I love about the scrolls is that they're not really about sales. They're just about becoming better people. In this scroll, we're going to talk about lead generation and what the best lead generation system is for real estate. And I want you to know that we track it. We track Boomtown, Sync, Follow Up Boss, Inside Real Estate, KV Core. We track Zillow leads. We track Realtor.com, Homes.com. We track open houses. We track everything. And when you have 600 or 700 teams, all with 5 or 6 team members that are all tracking lead sources, we don't have to guess anymore what works the best. And I'm not going to give it to you yet, but I will give it to you by the end of the video. I promise you, if you stay with me, I will share with you the best lead conversion system of all time. But I'm going to share with you scroll number 4. And in scroll number 4, Og Mandino says, "Today, I will be the master of my emotions." And in this concept, he talks about our emotions like the tides. Tides advance and tides recede. And just like nature has a difference of moods, so do we. We have these emotions. And he says, "And how will I master the emotions so that every day is a productive day and a happy day?" He says, "I will learn the secret of ages. Weak is he who permits his thoughts to control his actions. Strong is he who forces his actions to control his thoughts. And each day when I awaken, I will follow this plan of battle before I'm captured by the forces of self-pity and failure." And so he gives us kind of a battle cry of what to do when our emotions get a hold of us. You know, there are no bad leads. So when you think about lead generation, I want you to think of this concept. There are no bad leads, only people who aren't ready yet. And so it's not really about the lead source as much as it is about how you work with and how you follow up and how you do the right things with each of these sources. I'm still going to give you the right lead source, but hold on. Let's talk about the battle cry. Are you ready for this? He says, "If I feel depressed, I will sing." Now, wait a minute. Come on. That's how you start this scroll. If I feel depressed, I will sing. Now, the reality is I don't really have a great voice. Now, I've got a sister that can sing, but I'm not one of them. But when I'm by myself and I feel down, what are the songs or the things you put in your head that lift you up, that bring you up? Everybody has something different. Some people like classic rock. Other people like to listen to headbanging music. For me, there's all kinds of things. But I do remember one of the hardest times in my life was as a missionary knocking doors. And I'm in Manchester, England, and it's raining and it's sleeting, and then the sun comes out, and then it rains again, and we're soaking wet, and we're walking along these hills of rolling hills in Manchester, and I'm telling you, it was hard. And I remember feeling like wanting to quit. And I want to feel like I don't want to pursue it anymore or go any further. And I remember this song that would come to my head, and I still have it in my head today. And the song something simply like this. It said, "Have I done any good in the world today? Have I helped anyone in need? Have I cheered up the sad or made someone feel glad? If not, I have failed indeed." And those words of, had I made a difference in someone's life today? If the answer was no, then we walked on when it was hard, and we continued to persist until we succeeded. I love becoming a master of my emotions because in hard times, that 2 years taught me not only control my emotions, but how to use music to change the way I'm feeling about myself. He says, "If I feel depressed, I will sing. If I feel sad, I will laugh." I love that. If you feel sad, tell a joke, get someone else, put yourself in a situation where you can have some humor. If I feel ill, I will double my labor. What do most people do when they feel sick? Call in. I don't feel good. Og Mandino says, come on, get up off your butt. You already don't feel good. You're going to have to work twice as hard to get a result. So when you don't feel good, just work harder. He says, "I will let my actions control my thoughts, not allow my thoughts to control my action." He says, "If I feel fear, I will plunge ahead. When it gets hard, you go for it. Everybody else quits. And when you go through it and you allow your actions to control your emotions, you find that you can do hard things." The next one's one of my favorite ones. He says, "If I feel inferior, I will wear new garments. My girls think that means go shopping. I was having a bad day. I bought new clothes. And so by going shopping and buying new things, they end up having a better day." I love that one. "If I feel uncertain, I will raise my voice. If I feel poverty, I will think of wealth to come. If I feel incompetent, I'll remember my past success. If I feel insignificant, I will remember my goals. For today, I will be the master of my emotions." He goes on to say that no longer will I judge a man on one meeting. He says, "No longer will I fail to call again tomorrow when I met with hate today. When I think about the emotions that happen in sales as becoming great salespeople, we all get caught up in our emotions and we don't want to continue to move forward. One of the hardest things about working in real estate is having to develop and meet strangers. So are you ready for it? Are you ready for the greatest lead generation of all time? Stop working with strangers and start working with the people you know, love, and trust. We wrote a program several years ago called 8651. It was how to close 86 transactions a year working with just 50 people 1 hour a day. In this ebook, it talks about how to identify the 50 people who are most likely to give you one referral a year. These are your friends, your family members, the people you hang out with, the people you go out with as couples, the parents on your kids' soccer teams. And I want you to have one personal touch with all 50 of them every single month. A personal touch is defined as a face-to-face or a conversation. It's not a text message and it's not an email. You have to have a conversation because I need you to be at the front of the mind of that person, that friend, at any moment when real estate comes up so they think of you first. So we're going to be the master of our emotions. We're going to make a list of the top 50 people who we like, know, and trust. We're going to have a personal touch with them every month. Every single month, we're going to track it. And you're going to start to recognize trends. For people who give you referrals, I'm going to give you the 8651 ebook, and I'm also going to give you a tracker to track this. But in the tracker, there's things to talk about every month when you call them. And the goal is every time they give you a referral, you track the referral. Who gave it to you, when they gave it to you, did it turn into an appointment, did it turn into a closing? And I'm going to teach you in this ebook how to literally reward people for giving you referrals. And then at the end of every year, we're going to have a big event. We'll call it a client appreciation event where you can invite everybody that gave you a referral and we'll celebrate them, we'll thank them, we'll get them on video. Here's what I've learned is that some people will give you one referral, some people will give you 2 or 3, but your raving fans will give you referrals all year long. And you can literally close 70, 80, or 90 transactions a year just by taking care of these 50 critical people in your life. Being the master of emotions means that you're going to care about others more than you care about yourself. It means that you're going to do the hard things, you're going to work your top 50. There is no lead source, no company, and no automated purchase process for leads that even comes within 50% of the closing percentage you will get by working your top 50. So you want to know what the greatest lead source is? Work your top 50. Download the ebook, use the tracker, and finish it. I'm going to give you the last paragraph from Og Mandino's I Will Be the Master of My Emotions. He says, "Today, I will be the master of my emotions. Henceforth, I will recognize and identify the mystery of moods in all mankind and in me. From this moment, I'm prepared to control whatever personality awakes in me each day. I will master my moods through positive action. I will master my moods and I will control my destiny. Today, I control my destiny, and my destiny is to become the greatest salesman in the world. I will become a master of myself, and I will become great."